Hey everyone and welcome back. तो हम आ गए हैं हमारी UP PGT 2021 इकोनॉमिक्स पेपर सीरीज के पार्ट 10 पर। इस एक्सप्लेनर में हम आगे बढ़ेंगे और क्वेश्चंस 91 से 100 तक को एकदम डिटेल में सॉल्व करेंगे। तो रेडी हो ना अपने नॉलेज को टेस्ट करने के लिए? चलिए शुरू करते हैं। ओके, सो हियर्स द प्लान फॉर टुडे। बहुत सिंपल है। पहले हम देखेंगे क्वेश्चंस 91 टू 95। उसके बाद हम अगले सेट यानी 96 से 100 पर जंप करेंगे। और हाँ, एंड में हम सारे इंपॉर्टेंट टेकअवेज को एक साथ सम अप करेंगे। रेडी? लेट्स गो। ऑलराइट, लेट्स जंप राइट इनटू आवर फर्स्ट सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस। एक छोटा सा सजेशन, जैसे ही क्वेश्चन स्क्रीन पर आए, वीडियो को पॉज कर लेना और खुद से आंसर सोचने की कोशिश करना। इट्स अ फैंटास्टिक वे टू रियली चैलेंज योरसेल्फ बिफोर आई रिवील द सॉल्यूशन। ओके, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन अप एंड इट्स फ्रॉम स्टैटिस्टिक्स। हमें मोड का एस्टिमेट निकालना है। दिया क्या है? मीन है 12 और मीडियन है 14। Your options are 16, 18, 14 और 20. सोचिए जरा, कौन सा स्पेशल फॉर्मूला यहाँ यूज होगा? And the correct answer is option B, 18. So, इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए ना एक really useful empirical relationship formula है. It goes like this. Mode equals 3 times the median minus 2 times the mean. अब बस values plug in करनी है. तो 3 into 14 gives us 42 and 2 into 12 is 24. Finally, 42 minus 24 and there you have it, 18. See? Simple and super effective. Alright, moving on to the next one. This is about Samuelson's trade cycle model. सवाल ये है कि इन options में से कौन सी situation एक irregular trade cycle को represent करती है? और हाँ, एक छोटा सा reminder, यहाँ alpha, aka the multiplier, है और beta है accelerator. So which combination is it? The right answer here is option B. जब अल्फा 0.5 है और बीटा 2 है, तभी मॉडल एक रेगुलर ट्रेड साइकिल प्रिडिक्ट करता है। बट यू नो व्हाट्स रियली कूल? जस्ट लुक एट द अदर ऑप्शंस ऑन दिस स्लाइड। ये दिखाता है कि कैसे बस इन दो वेरिएबल्स को थोड़ा सा चेंज करने से इकोनॉमी का पाथ बिल्कुल बदल जाता है। आई मीन, फ्रॉम अ साइकिललेस पाथ टू अ डैम्ड साइकिल एंड इवन एन एक्सप्लोसिव वन। इट्स फैसिनेटिंग। ओके, लेट्स टैकल क्वेश्चन 93. Imagine a country wants to improve its balance of payment by using devaluation. ये कब काम करेगा? What's the condition? It all depends on the elasticity of demand for its exports and imports. So, should that elasticity be greater than unity, equal to unity, less than unity, or zero? और इसका जवाब मिलता है हमें famous Marshall-Lerner condition से. Correct option है A, greater than unity. So what does this actually mean? Basically, ये condition कहती है कि devaluation तभी successful होगा जब आपके exports और imports दोनों की demand elasticities को जोड़कर total sum एक से ज़्यादा हो. It's like a seesaw. You need enough weight on one side to make it tip in your favor. As you can see in the formula, EX plus EM must be greater than 1. Question 94. Be careful with this one. सवाल है, इनमें से कौन सा monetary policy का objective नहीं है? The options are neutrality of money, price stability, exchange rate stability, या resource mobilization. Remember, we're looking for the odd one out. And the correct answer is D, resource mobilization. This question perfectly highlights the difference between monetary and fiscal policy. Monetary policy, which is handled by the central bank, is all about managing money supply, inflation, and interest rates. Basically everything you see in the other options. Resource mobilization, on the other hand, is classic fiscal policy territory. That's the government's job, dealing with taxes and public spending. Let's move to question 95. What was the main objective of land reforms in India? Was it to improve land fertility? Was it all about redistribution of land, acquisition of land, or improving irrigation? The correct answer is, without a doubt, B, redistribution of land. The whole point, the core idea behind land reforms, was to bring about social and economic justice. It was about taking land from large landowners and redistributing it to the actual tillers, the farmers. The goal was to break the cycle of exploitation and promote a more equitable society. Awesome job on that first set. We're officially halfway through. You're doing great, so let's keep that momentum going and jump into our next 5 questions. All right, question 96. When we talk about the inductive method of studying economics, which school of thought gets the credit for developing it? Was it the Austrian school, the German historical school, the classical school, or the Russian school? And the correct answer is B, the German historical school.
So the inductive method is where you start with specific observations and data, and then you build a general theory from that. The German historical school really championed this approach. It was actually a direct reaction against the deductive method used by the classical school, which started with a general theory and then looked for confirmation. Question 97 is about a classic concept in macroeconomics, the Phillips curve. According to the Phillips curve analysis, what's the trade-off for solving inflation? What do you have to give up to bring inflation down? Does unemployment go up? Does productivity change? What's the deal? The correct answer here is option B. Just take a look at the curve on your screen. The Phillips curve clearly shows an inverse relationship, an inverse trade-off between inflation and unemployment. It basically says that if you want to pull inflation down, you often have to accept a temporary rise in unemployment. It's one of the most famous and debated trade-offs in all of economics. Okay, here's a direct factual question for you. The Kisan Call Center, or KCC, which prime minister was in office when it was founded? Your options are Shri Narasimha Rao, Shri I.K. Gujral, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee, or Shri Manmohan Singh. And the correct answer is C, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Yep. The Kisan Call Center was launched back on January 21st, 2004. Its purpose was really simple but powerful: to give farmers direct access to agricultural information and advice, right over the phone in their own local language, using a single toll-free number. Next up, a question about disguised unemployment. You know, that situation where it looks like people are working, but they're not really needed. So where do we typically find this phenomenon? In the banking sector, the service sector, the agriculture sector, or the industrial sector? The correct answer is, you guessed it, C, the agriculture sector. Disguised unemployment is exactly what it sounds like. People are employed, but there are more of them that are actually needed. The key concept here is that the marginal productivity of these extra workers is zero. Think about it like this. If a small farm can be managed by 3 people, but 5 family members are working on it, those extra 2 people aren't really adding to the total output. You could take them away and the harvest would still be the same. And here we are at our final question for today, number 100. This one's about price discrimination. You know, when a company charges different prices to different customers for the exact same product, when is this possible? Is it when the seller is alone, when the goods are all the same, when the government controls the market, or something else entirely? The correct answer is A. The seller is alone. For price discrimination to work, the number one condition is monopoly power. The seller has to have control over the supply. But that's not all. They also need to be able to segregate the market, to split customers into different groups. And crucially, each of these groups must have a different elasticity of demand, meaning some groups are willing to pay more than others. And just like that, we've covered questions 91 through 100. Wow, we went through a lot today, didn't we? From the mode formula to Samuelson's model, the Marshall-Lerner condition, and the Phillips curve. A lot of really key concepts. So now I have a question for you. Out of everything we discussed today, which concept did you find the most challenging or interesting? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next part.